Hello everyone, my name is Trio Saputra. I am a student in the Information Systems program at Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. In this video, I will discuss an important topic for organizations and businesses, business continuity audit and disaster recovery. I will present this explanation in English, and Indonesian subtitles will be available throughout the video. Please stay until the end because I will also provide recommendations and a simple case example that may be useful for both students and professionals. Business today faces many kinds of risks. These risks include natural disasters such as floods and earthquakes, power outages, cyber attacks, and even human errors. When these events happen, organizations must be prepared. Otherwise, operations will stop and losses will be high. That is why we need business continuity planning and disaster recovery. The purpose of this video is to explain, first, what business continuity and disaster recovery mean. Second, how audits are conducted to check readiness. Third, what practical steps can be taken to recover from disruption. And finally, I will present a case example and key recommendations. Business continuity means the ability of an organization to continue delivering essential services or functions during unexpected disruptions. It is about keeping the most important parts of the business running even when there are problems. Disaster recovery, on the other hand, is more specific. It focuses mainly on information technology, data, and infrastructure. For example, if a company's server goes down, the disaster recovery plan explains how to restore backups, move to a new server, or use cloud services. An audit is a structured review or examination. A business continuity audit checks if the organization has proper policies, tested recovery plans, and enough resources to handle disruptions. It also verifies whether employees are trained and whether documentation is clear and up to date. Why is a business continuity audit so important? Because many organizations create plans but never test them. It gives management a clear picture of risks, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. In short, an audit is not just a formality, it is a way to build trust and resilience in the organization. Let us now look at a simple framework for conducting a business continuity audit. Step 1. Define scope and objectives. Decide which business functions and IT systems are critical. Step 2. Conduct risk assessment. Identify possible threats and estimate their impact and likelihood. Step 3. Review documents. Look at policies, recovery plans, backup procedures, and emergency contacts. Step 4. Interview stakeholders. Speak with managers, IT staff, and emergency response teams. Step 5. Perform tests. Verify whether backups can be restored and whether recovery drills are done. Step 6. Report findings. Summarize weaknesses and make clear recommendations. Step 7. Follow up. Ensure improvements are implemented and tested again in the future. This framework can be applied in companies, universities, hospitals, or government offices. The goal is always the same, to check readiness and improve resilience. Disaster recovery planning is about getting systems back to normal as quickly as possible. Here are some important steps. First, make regular backups and test them often. A backup is useless if it cannot be restored. Second, define recovery time objective or RTO, which is how quickly systems must be restored. Third, define recovery point objective or RPO, which is how much data loss is acceptable. Fourth, prepare an incident response team with clear roles and responsibilities. Fifth, plan alternative work locations, for example remote work, if the office is unavailable. And finally, train staff regularly so that they know what to do during a disaster. Let me give a short case example. Imagine a university experiences a ransomware attack on its file servers. The audit shows that backups exist, but the IT team never tested the restore process. When the attack happened, recovery was slow because no one knew the exact procedure. The recommendation is simple: test backups every month, improve access control, and write a clear recovery guide. After applying these recommendations, the university was able to reduce downtime in the next incident. The audit ensures that the OS is configured properly, that patches and updates are applied on time, and that unnecessary services are disabled to reduce security risks. Third, the audit of the file system. This audit examines how files are stored, who has access to them, and whether backup and recovery mechanisms are in place. For example, if sensitive academic records are stored in plain text and accessible to unauthorized users, this becomes a serious risk. Fourth, the audit of database management systems. Databases store the core information of an organization. The audit ensures that access rights are appropriate, that data integrity is preserved, and that database performance is sufficient to support organizational operations. Fifth, the audit of network infrastructure. This involves routers, switches, firewalls, and the entire communication backbone. The auditor checks whether the network is reliable, whether redundant paths exist, and whether security controls such as intrusion detection systems are functioning properly. Sixth, the audit of IT operations themselves. This is a broader review of how the IT department handles incidents, performs system monitoring, implements change management, and maintains documentation. Strong operations mean that problems are detected early and resolved efficiently. Together, these elements form the comprehensive scope of auditing information infrastructure and operations. Audit, or IT audit, is a process of examining and evaluating an organization's information systems, controls, and security. The main purpose is to ensure that technology supports business goals effectively, efficiently, and securely. IT audit is very important because information systems manage sensitive data such as sales, finance, and customer information. Without proper auditing, there could be risks like data loss, fraud, or system failure. The auditor plays a crucial role. First, the auditor evaluates the reliability of the system. Second, the auditor checks compliance with regulations. Third, the auditor provides recommendations for improvements to increase security and efficiency. In conclusion, IT audit and the role of the auditor are essential to build trust, protect information, and ensure that technology truly supports the success of. Looking to the future, business continuity and disaster recovery face new challenges. Cybersecurity threats are becoming more advanced, especially ransomware attacks. Climate change also increases the risk of natural disasters, such as floods and storms. Organizations must adapt by updating their continuity plans and using new technologies like cloud computing and artificial intelligence. Audits in the future will not only check documents but also evaluate how organizations use technology to stay resilient. In summary, business continuity audit and disaster recovery are not one-time projects. They are continuous processes that require planning, testing, improvement, and adaptation to new risks. As future professionals in information systems, we must understand not only how to create technology but also how to protect and maintain it during disruptions. I hope this presentation gives you a clear and practical overview of the topic. To conclude, business continuity audits and disaster recovery planning are not just technical processes. They are strategies to protect people, operations, and reputation. Without proper audits and recovery plans, organizations are vulnerable. With them, organizations become more resilient and can recover quickly from unexpected events. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to submit the link as required in the assignment. This video was presented by Kia Trio Saputra, Information Systems Program, Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. Do not forget to check the description for hashtags and tags. Good luck, and see you in the next discussion.